everyone, today's unboxing is for the monthly book box from Aaron's Books. Aaron's Books is a independently owned bookstore located in Pennsylvania, and they have a couple of boxes that they offer every month. They have a this particular one is the Cozy Mystery Box, which means it's got some cozy mysteries, different styles. There's some paperbacks, there's some hardcovers, there's some trade paperbacks. They vary in the sizes, but they're all cozy mysteries. And then they give you some themed items for that particular month. And then they also have what they call an Out of This World box, which is similar to this one, only it is a fantasy sci-fi box. So if you're into fantasy sci-fi, that might be a box you might be interested in looking at. The box ranges in price. It depends on the month because the price goes up and down depending on what they're curating, what they're putting in there. It does include shipping, so whatever price it is. So for example, this box here is the December 2022 box, and the theme is Saluting Our Senior Sleuths. They always tell you, they kind of give you an idea of what items are going to come in the box for the month if you want to order it. They don't tell you specifics about what books you can expect, but they do give you an idea. Like in this one, I know I'm going to get four books, and one of them is going to be a hardcover, and there's some other stuff, and I'm not going to say any more than that because you'll see when we get into it. This particular box is $75, which does include US shipping. It says it's got a retail value of $95. So like I said, it varies month to month depending on how much, but it's anywhere between, I don't know, like $50 and $90, depending. The more it costs, usually the more items they've got in it, or the bigger items and all that. All right. Oh, and this is not a subscription box. This is not a subscription box. It is a monthly box. It's available every month. I'm on their mailing list, so I get a sneak peek every month. They send me an email. They say, here's the sneak peek of what you can expect for the next box. And then usually I want to order it. So, but get on their mailing list and you can find out what it is. You basically have till a certain time frame to order that particular box for the month, but you are not subscribed to it. You order when you want to, which can be really nice because if you can't afford, you got to cut back on your budget that month, you don't have to order it. You can order the next month. So that is a nice thing about this. Okay. So let's dive into this and see what came in our December cozy box. Okay, now I'm going to be sneaky here because my address label's on the top. I got to cut through it. So I'm hiding it. All right. Okay. And they always give us a little note telling us why they picked that particular one. Okay, so I'm going to pull out, they've got a bookmark and some paperwork, and oh, how cute. Okay, well, I'm going to come back to what's in there in a second. So let's just take a look to see what came in the box. All right, so the first item that I have is a notebook. It is an Aaron's Books notebook. It's got the rubber band basically to hold it together. It is a lined notebook with a bookmark. So these are kind of nice. These are always nice for like journaling and stuff, keeping notes. Put you out in the sun there. Okay, and then I have a little tea, what do they call this? Like a diffuser. You basically put tea leaves in here. It's got a little chain on it, and it works like, well, if you do tea, you know all about this. I don't have to explain it to you. But if you don't, you put your little tea leaves in here. You put this like you would a tea packet in your water, and you let it steep. So I don't drink tea typically, so that'll go on to somebody else. All right, so then I think there's something else down there, but I'm going to get to the books. Well, Queen of Cozies. I have Murder, She Wrote, which is the book version from, it's, what do they call that? A novelization of a TV show. So it's Killer on the Court by Jessica Fletcher and Terry Farley Moran, or Moran. Jessica Fletcher is the character, and she writes murder mysteries in the TV show. So this is the novelization part of that. And it is a paperback, small mass market paperback. So what is this about? Jessica is delighted when her nephew Grady invites her to spend a few days with his family in an Oceanside, New York bungalow. She packs her bags and heads down to the city, ready to spend some quality time with Grady, his wife Donna, and their young son Frank. But the morning after Jessica's arrival, Donna finds her boss, Jason Cortland, dead on a tennis court, and Jessica's dreams of a relaxing visit are quashed. Everyone in the small beachside community is a suspect, and the local authorities, headed by an old colleague of Cabot Cove Sheriff Mort Metzger, have asked that no one leave town. To bring a killer to justice, Jessica will have to dig deep into the Cortland family business and uncover secrets long buried by the sands of time. Okay, so this is in a long list of Murder, She Wrote series. I have no idea where it even falls. But this is a new release. It is a 2022. So that is awesome. Okay, so then I have an Agatha Christie. Truly the Queen of Cozies. This is a Miss Marple, the complete short stories. How interesting. I love that. Okay, and this is more of a mass market size paperback. Let's see. Described by her friend Dolly Bantry as the typical old maid of fiction, Miss Marple has lived almost her entire life in the sleepy hamlet of St. Mary Mead. Yet, by observing village life, she has gained unparalleled insight into human nature and uses it to devastating effect. As her friend Sir Henry Clithering, the ex-commissioner of Scotland Yard, has been heard to say, she's just the finest detective God ever made, and Agatha Christie fans are bound to agree. This pulse-pounding collection is an essential omnibus for Christie fans. Cool. So, of course, they're going to be older, but it's a collection of short stories, which I like. What's the copyright on this? They've all been previously published in books. And an edition of this was previously published in 1985. You can't really tell. It looks like a brand new print. Okay. And then I have The Marlowe Murder Club by Robert Thorogood. These ladies take death seriously. Another trade paperback. To solve an impossible murder, you need an impossible hero. Judith Potts is 77 years old and blissfully happy. She lives on her own in a faded mansion just outside Marlowe. There's no man in her life to tell her what to do or how much whiskey to drink, and to keep herself busy, she sets crosswords for the national newspapers. One evening, while out swimming in the Thames, Judith witnesses a brutal murder. The local police don't believe her story, so she decides to investigate for herself, and is soon joined in her quest by Susie, a salt-of-the-earth dog walker, and Bex, the prim and proper wife of the local vicar. Together, they are the Marlowe Murder Club. When another body turns up, they realize they have a real-life serial killer on their hands, and the puzzle they set out to solve has become a trap from which they might never escape. Ooh. Okay, so this one, let's see. This is copyrighted 2021-2022, so a new release. Awesome. Okay, and then the last book that I have in here, I think, the last book I have is the hardcover, Peg and Rose Solve a Murder. Oh no, it got cut. The dust jacket. Okay, so this one's going to have the information here. It says, in her world, well, no, let's go down a little bit. Rose Donovan looks for the good in everyone. With her sister-in-law, Peg, that sometimes requires a lot of searching. Even a 60-something former nun like Rose has her limits, and gruff Peg Turnbull sure knows how to push them. But after 40 years of bickering, they are attempting to start over, partnering up to join the local bridge club. Peg and Rose barely have a chance to celebrate their first win before one of the club's most accomplished players is killed in his home. As the newest members, the sisters-in-laws come under scrutiny and decide to start some digging of their own. Bridge is typically seen as a wholesome pastime, yet this group of senior citizens harbors a wealth of vices, including gambling, cheating, and adultery. By comparison, Peg and Rose's fractious relationship is starting to feel almost functional, but as their suspect list narrows, they're unaware that their logic has a dangerous flow, and they'll have to hope that their teamwork holds steady when they're confronted by a killer who's through playing games. Okay. And this also is a new release, 2022. I like that. Okay, so what else do we got in the box? We got anything else? We do have one more thing in the box. And to go along with our tea diffuser here, we've got these little vials of tea. So we've got an English breakfast organic tea, and then we've got a pure peppermint organic tea. So that's cool to go along with our diffuser. Okay, so let's take a look. I got a Golden Girls sticker, which is, the senior part of this, right? Okay, and then I've got a preview of January's box, which I'll just give you the theme. The theme of that one is Dead of Winter. All right, so here's my letter. It says, this month we're saluting our silver fox sleuths. I thought of this theme a few months ago, but solidified it when we lost the dear Angela Lansbury, aka Jessica Fletcher. I knew I just had to include one of her books, and a new one just published today. Looking at the cover, she hasn't aged a day since I spent my time in front of the television solving murders alongside her. A true classic. Of course, we can't have this theme and not include the grand dame of amateur sleuthing, Miss Marple. And she was my foray into mysteries with movies, PBS, and then the books. Then we've got Older and Wiser sleuths. And then the Peg and Rose. The gifts this month are the tea and the journal. And then, of course, the sticker. All right, so if you like this video, please take a moment to hit the like button down below. And also, if you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, it'll let you know when I post my unboxings. As always, I love your comments. What did you think of this box? What did you think of these selections? Which one was your favorite? Or have you read any of these? Or if you just want to say hi, that's okay too. I love your comments. I read and respond to them all. So what did I think of this box? Well, I like the idea of this box, this particular box. I love this service. And I love that I can, I don't have to subscribe. So this can be if I feel like getting it. I'm not necessarily wowed by the selections, but I'm not real familiar with a lot of the mystery genre. So I think just, I think like the hardcover doesn't interest me. Let's say it's not piquing my interest. I shouldn't say it doesn't interest me. It's just not, it's not like piquing it. I am really interested in the Agatha Christie ones. I've actually never read anything by Agatha Christie. So don't shoot me, don't get upset, but I haven't actually. So I like that I can kind of dip my toes into that with the short stories. I find that really cool. I did watch some of the Murder, She Wrote when I was younger. My mom particularly loved that show, so I do kind of remember some of it, so that'll be interesting. Yeah, so I don't drink tea, so that's not going to be a thing for me, but it's not, every month is not necessarily going to be for me, so I do recommend it. I do think that you do pretty good getting the value for your dollar. If I went and purchased these all new, because they're all new releases, if I went and purchased these, I would pay what I paid for the box pretty much. So so that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching. You guys are awesome. Have a great day.